What you doing, zombies? I'm the AC. I'm going to talk about Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 5, Honey. Now, the name of this episode comes from the little name Dwight calls Sherry. Simple, sweet, but unfortunately, this episode is not so sweet. It's kind of, I gotta say, it's the weakest episode of the season so far, which is two out of the Dwight and Al episodes that I'm not the biggest fan of. Yeah, there's just some poor choices, just like kind of really dumb ones being made, and there was some logic that just wasn't completely making sense, or just maybe it wasn't coming through to me entirely. I'm not exactly sure. And then any action that was in the episode kind of was like it's kind of a build up, and then nothing. It kind of just didn't deliver on action either. So it wasn't a bad episode, but it was just, subpar compared to the rest of the season. But that being said, this is kind of taking the biggest step so far for the season. That's going to help the story progress more. So some important stuff is happening. It didn't happen in the most exciting or logical way, but it's still happening, and I'm still looking forward to where it's going. So, what actually is happening in this episode is Dwight and Sherry, they're just chilling, they're talking, they've been together for a week now, and Dwight still has this plan to run. Sherry doesn't want to run though. And we come to find out, Sherry wants to fight. Dwight is taken by a group of outcasts, of people who want to fight Virginia. Sherry's one of them. And one of the first plans is to steal Al's truck back. Okay. They took Al also. They even used her as threatening to shoot her if Dwight doesn't tell her information, but of course he doesn't know any more than Virginia loves him, which is probably not really anything. So they make this whole plan. It seems like it'll be really exciting. It actually is a cool moment, a cool setup to this scene. They're all on horseback, they're wearing masks, and the truck is just driving in the middle of nowhere, going somewhere. It's almost kind of like a old western train hijack, and that aspect of it was really cool. When they actually start though, it's not really that exciting. It's there's the guy's shooting the guns, they're all underneath, right up against the truck. Sometimes he swerves to try to hit them. At one point, Dwight finally gets up on the truck, climbing. He tries to shake him off. He gets down, has a little fight with the guy, and kicks him out of the truck. And that's it. It seemed like it could have been more dramatic or just somewhat more action in it. It kind of just didn't really feel like much was really happening. It's like it was very just straightforward. Look at this. This is it. Yeah. It was cool. They got the truck. That was it. But the other cool thing that does happen is Morgan finally finds him. He catches the guy that gets kicked out of the truck and brings to him, and nice little reunion. Morgan, Dwight, Al. Okay. I guess Sherry. I'm never sure if Morgan really ever met Sherry. I don't remember. Probably not. I mean, Sherry kind of looked pretty. But I'm sure Morgan knew enough about Sherry for it to matter. But yeah. Morgan, he goes back with the group and he tells them a plan that he has a place that everyone can go to, and then they can make their move, plan, make sure everything's going smart. Morgan this whole time is like, I just want to be smart. I want to make sure we do all this right to make sure everyone's going to be safe. All our people are going to be fine. Leave no room for Virginia to retaliate against the people still in the community. The other people are like, we got big gun. We got big gun, we shoot big gun. We got truck, we got big gun, we shoot with big gun. That's it. That's pretty much their entire plan. It's like, we find Virginia, we take the truck, we shoot big gun. And Morgan is just like, no. Be smart about this. We don't want to rush into anything. And everyone pretty much just ignores him. No. Yeah, it was kind of dumb. That's the logic. I'm like, these people's logic is so dumb. Morgan's just being smart. He's not even saying don't do this. He's saying be smart about how you do it. And they're just like, we got a big gun. Okay, whatever, people. Sure, be proud of your big gun. Whatever. So then we move on to actually interrogating the guy that Morgan captured that got kicked out of the truck. Dwight, he interrogates the guy. It's kind of a cool setup. He's kind of cool about it. And then he brings in the dog, the group that caught some dog, and he's using the dog to interrogate people. I personally just hate when you try to make animals be violent, because animals are so nice, and that dog, he looked like a good boy. And I bet he was a good boy, but they was trying to make him be a bad boy. Don't make good boys be bad boys. The big part about this, though, is it makes Sherry realize Dwight's personality while he was under Negan is coming back, and she doesn't want that for him. Of course, he doesn't want that for her either. Sherry's even worse now than when she was with Negan. So, I don't know what that says about anything. If she was fine under Negan and then leaves and becomes more like how Dwight was when he was under Negan, it's a weird kind of thing going on. But they do come up with a plan. The guy tells them nothing, of course, but think they can bring Virginia to them. They used Dwight to tell them they found more people, and he tells them they found 100 people and that Virginia should be there. That's a lot of people. That's more logic that makes any sense. What do they expect is going to happen? Maybe if there's not enough people, Virginia won't care. But 100 people? That's like in Walking Dead age, that's like a small army of people. And that's not going to work. So, Morgan and Al get caught trying to steal the truck back again. Dwight is about to lock him up, and then Sherry, because she doesn't want him to be like his old self, locks him up too. He of course escapes, because what else are they going to do if there's not more drama like this? They always escape. Okay, whatever. Anyways, Virginia of course does not show up. So Dwight goes to Sherry, keeps her from shooting big gun, and then that's it. Nothing happens. Another could have been climactic moment, cool actiony thing dies down. For a good reason this time. They learn not to use big gun at that moment. Sherry regrets it. She freaks out about him stopping her. Eventually, she wants him to go away, leave, because she doesn't want him with her, because she doesn't, this whole thing of going back and forth, doesn't want him to be like he was with Negan. It's this whole thing. She doesn't believe he can do what she wants him to do, or wants herself to do. And so she thinks it's best that they're just not with each other right now. So Dwight goes take a little walk. He lets Dog out, so I guess that's a thing. Dog gets to be free. And now Dog is free. Okay, this is a few years. I don't know when this takes place, but I like to imagine this dog is somehow related to the dog on Walking Dead. Yeah, for sure, somehow that time will work out. I hope it is. I hope this is one of Dog's relative or Dog himself. I don't know if it could actually be Dog himself. They look really similar, so they could at least be related somehow. I don't know. Anyways, back to the Dog was my favorite part of this episode, but I'm going to leave that behind. So, Dwight does actually decide to go with Morgan and Al. Yeah, he decides to take Sherry's, I wouldn't say advice, demand, kind of, and there's a little bit of logic. It's like, you can be with them or you can come with us. We can do it the right way. That way we can end this, and then you can go back and be with Sherry after. And he's like, okay. And also there was something like, you already found her once. She can come find you if she wants to. And it's like, okay, sure, whatever. Actually, though, the whole Dwight leaving Sherry to go do this is actually another good part of the episode. Another big step for the episode. Because it's like he spent so much time looking for her, and now, after a week, he has to leave her again. Or he chooses to leave. Has to / choose. She wants him to, he doesn't want to, but he kind of doesn't really have a choice if he wants to do this right. Whatever. The other big step of this episode is Morgan finally has his force group to take back. They go, and they have Nora's group now. Al and Dwight show them that. So now, yeah, they finally have this group to go. And I don't know where they're going to stay. I guess they're all just going to camp out under the stars, because I'm pretty sure there's only like one building. Maybe there's more infrastructure around there than I could see. But yeah, they have a group. They're finally going to start building, and this is where stuff is finally going to be able to start taking off. Now I'm looking forward to see where it's going to go now that things are starting to actually build. Now, one of the other logics that I just try to think about was, why was Sherry so determined to take out Virginia? I don't know. Dwight even asked her, and she kind of, it seems like regret that she didn't do anything while she was under Negan's controls, and now she's trying to make up for it with Virginia. That's the only thing I can figure out. But she's just so determined and desperate to do this, and I don't know, it doesn't seem like anything actually happened to her. I don't know what it is. It doesn't really make any sense. The only thing I can think of is regret. But hey, big steps in the episode. Just ignore all the kind of weaker parts of the episode. But yeah, let me know what you thought. Have you watched this episode? Are you enjoying it? Do you feel kind of the same? Did you love it? So the opposite of me? I don't know. Just let me know whatever you think. But if you like what I have to say about it, go and like the video. If you want to see me talk more about Fear the Walking Dead, all kinds of other zombie stuff, go and subscribe to my channel. You can see when I do all that. But until next time, I'm the AC. Thank you for watching, and bye.